Morning. How's everyone doing? Welcome. Morning, guys. All the familiar faces. Thank you, Breadman. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. Yeah, I saw the Tesla upgrade this morning. It's definitely time for me to be getting those Tesla shares involved. I'm sure you guys are already know the moves I'm making in the background. Babyface. Yeah, I cut down the beard. Every once in a while it needs to be cut down and regrown. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Tomorrow, if you don't hear from me tomorrow, then happy Thanksgiving. Germany and Japan are on. How's everyone enjoying the World Cup? Someone, I don't know if you guys saw this. Someone put in a bet yesterday that it was going to be that Saudi Arabia would win. That, let me make sure I get these names right while we wait for people to jump in here. So they bet that Saudi Arabia would win, Denmark, Tunisia would tie, Mexico, Poland would tie, and France would beat Australia. They bet the exact thing. It was like 25 grand to make 1.5 million. And it hit. Oh, it's crazy. Absolutely wild. So they made $1.5 million on that bet. Not bad. No stream tomorrow. No. No. Tomorrow morning I will be playing football. Hopefully I don't get hurt. Well, it's flag football, so tomorrow we do all of our friends do a Thanksgiving morning football game. So that's usually, it should be fun. I got to stretch out today, that's for sure. France, England, do you think, Adam? Yeah, maybe. France definitely looked good. All right, guys. So today is Wednesday, November 23rd. It is the day before Thanksgiving. It is a big economic data today. A lot of economic data that we need to be watching out for today. So definitely watch for that. We're going to be talking about it here on the stream. We'll get some of it live. We'll get the jobless claims live. And we will get a few other things live, I think. But most of it, a lot of it is at market, during market hours. And then at 2 o'clock today, is it 2 or 2:30? Let's see. We have the FOMC minutes. That is at 2 o'clock today. We have FOMC minutes. That will definitely. I mean, we've seen movement off that in the past. It's not going to be like a Federal Reserve meeting where Jerome Powell's live and they decide on an interest rate hike, right? It's usually not as major as something like that, but we could definitely see some volatility around 2 o'clock today that we need to be aware of. So big economic data day. This is sort of that day we've been waiting on. So let's see how this plays out. So let's get started today. So today we are looking at, of course, the futures, the economic earnings calendar. Let's go ahead and pop that up so we can all see what we're getting here. Today is the 23rd. We can see right here, Wednesday, November 23rd. Durable goods orders, core capital equipment orders, jobless claims, right? Jobless claims usually is on a Thursday, but they pushed it up to today. Manufacturing PMI, services PMI at 9:45, so that's 15 minutes after open. Another big one to watch out for. 10 a.m., consumer sentiment. 10 a.m., 5-year inflation expectations. And then new home sales as well at 10. And then 2 o'clock FOMC minutes. So be careful, right? Trading the first hour. Be careful trading the first half an hour of the market, guys. I mean, if you don't feel like getting involved in a bunch of macroeconomic data releases, then you might be better off just letting the market do its thing for 30 minutes, right? There probably will still be opportunity after 30 minutes today. You have 30 minutes of just full economic data from 9:30 open to 10 o'clock. For that entire 30 minutes, you have PMI, manufacturing PMI, services PMI, consumer sentiment, 5-year inflation expectations, and new home sales, all within that 30-minute period. So just be careful, right? Be careful around those events. You know, you have to understand that these macroeconomic events will influence the technicals, will influence the chart, and your technical analysis could mean jack shit if the market moves off these events. So, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with giving the market 30 minutes, letting it sort of work out, seeing what the move looks like, so you don't get caught in anything crazy, and then seeing if there's opportunity after that. All right, and then after that, maybe you have about an hour and a half of time before you have the FOMC minutes. So, big economic data. Make sure to sort of schedule your trading around this. Make sure you are aware of this. Thanksgiving tomorrow, right? No economic data. And then Friday, we have a short day on the market. Friday, the market closes at 1 p.m. So you have around 9:30 to around 1 p.m. I would assume volume's light. I would assume volatility is sort of low. I would assume, it's mostly computer trading. I'm going to assume that big institutional traders are not going to be in the office this day. I think that would be I think they're going to be all drinking wine, happy on their vacations, and not in office. That would be my assumption here. And you might be better off just leaving this day alone. So we'll see. All right. So this is pretty much the last day of the trading week for me. I will not be trading Thursday. I will not be trading Friday. There's absolutely no reason. Enjoy your days off, guys. Enjoy these times of break. Have a mental reset. Have a mental, have a mental vacation, right? You don't need to be staring at the charts every day to be a successful trader. You don't need to be, you don't need to offset, vacations. This is one of those like things online where like no breaks, keep going, never stop, but that's just not true, right? You need to give yourself a break once in a while, and Thursday and Friday this week is a fantastic opportunity to do so. So enjoy your family, enjoy your friends on Thursday and Friday. All right. Tesla upgrade this morning, a little bit of a catalyst. I would love to know what's going on with Tesla, right? It's crazy to me. And I'm not like it should. I guess I understand. Oh, Japan just scored. Oh, he's offsides. Hey. I guess I understand, right? Short term, you got Elon making a big mess. You got a bunch of moving parts with Tesla, with their CEO or whatever you want, their owner, Elon Musk. So it's a lot of short-term, FUD, in my opinion, a lot of heaviness on the stock, and it just continues to go lower, regardless of what the market's doing. So in my eyes, this is all just a big opportunity. I know a lot of you guys won't agree with me. I know there's a lot of haters on Tesla. I know there's a lot of people that, Tesla is worth nothing. It's a piece of crap, which is just asinine in my opinion. I think this is nothing but an opportunity on Tesla. It's going to be the people that are patient, the people that understand, the Tesla business model, the Tesla opportunity in the future, and understand that this is short-term pain for long-term success. Tesla is not worth less money than it was previously because Elon Musk bought Twitter, right? That just makes no sense. There's no sense behind that. So I think this is a big opportunity on Tesla. I think you will have opportunity in the long term. It depends on who's willing to wait long term. Usually the people that wait long term are the people that win. All right. So that's my opinion on Tesla, but it is crazy to see that weakness that we have been seeing. So we'll talk about that upgrade today and what the chart looks like. NVIDIA, AMD, big breakouts yesterday. Chip stocks were very strong yesterday. Big outperformance on the chip stocks. Of course, I love this because I'm very heavily invested in chip stocks. So very nice breakout on those two. I'm totally agree with that, Evan. I know I might be a little biased. I have a Tesla Model Y, and it is the best car I've ever owned. Hands down, nothing better. Easiest car, most seamless car I've ever had. I know a lot of people won't agree with that either, Evan, but that's okay. We have one, we drive one, and we understand. It is fantastic. I love my Tesla more than any car I've ever had. NVIDIA AMD breakout, definitely something to watch here. Nice strength on the chip stocks. Definitely watch this. Meta, a big hold yesterday on Meta, something that I am interested in, have sort of skin in the game on, and watching here Meta. Home Depot, awesome. I was playing the Home Depot theme song yesterday in the chat. Awesome day on Home Depot. Very happy with the upside we saw. Let's go ahead and continue to watch this one. And also Lowe's. Lowe's as well had a nice day. So that Home Depot Lowe's trade worked out beautifully. Apple, 147.50. Very nice hold. Let's watch out for this. Microsoft approaching a big 250. And then Amazon holding a 92 demand. After that, we'll go over the tickers that you guys want to look at, and we will wrap up this stream. All right. So, yeah, Home Depot it did go insane. It did go insane. 8-year warranty on the battery, big stick. 8-year warranty on the battery. Don't have to worry about it. All right, let's get started. 11:23. Let's do it. Futures. NASDAQ. So awesome. I mean, everything we wanted to happen, right? So far, right? Let me not get too far ahead of this. So far, everything we wanted to happen. Let me go to the hourly chart. Here is the hourly chart. And what we talked about yesterday was a hold of 11,530, right? We talked about the potential hold of 11,530. Let me go ahead and remove these 20 and 50. It's not really relevant right now. We talked about 11,530. We talked about the NASDAQ needing to hold on to that level to potentially break the downside, potentially break the downtrend in the short term, right? That is what we were talking about yesterday, and that is exactly what we got. Early morning yesterday, things got a little bit, got a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? It got a little bit sketchy, right, to the downside. We basically went straight down out of the open and went right to that level, right? Look at this open. We went straight down to that level with a lot of volume, or not too heavy volume, to be honest, but with a lot of volatility, right? Straight to the downside. Now, if you guys are in the Discord chat, we had a fantastic little, I don't want to say call, but a reminder of shorting into demand. Now, I am going to assume that there was a ton of people that started to short here that got aggressive on the downside. This is demand, right? If you are watching your charts, if you are in tune with the levels on the stock market, you should know, all right, that shorting into demand is not a good trade. This was demand. And yesterday, if you did not buy puts at open, if you did not buy puts on this move lower, if you waited until it hit the demand and then you got interested for puts, you lost money, right? This is a big reminder of why you do not buy puts at demand. If you are selling into that move, great. But once you get into that demand level, you have to respect it. You cannot just hope and pray that we break big levels. So you got straight down right into that 530 level, big demand level. It consolidated, and that is where the market pushed off of. A very strong recovery right off that level and a big push to the upside. That was a fantastic buying opportunity to the long side if you are actually trading off supply and demand levels rather than just, buying puts because the market's going lower, right? If you understand that that's our support level, if that's our demand, then this was actually the best long entry of the day. So really cool to see that there. That was just a really textbook demand hold yesterday on the NASDAQ. Love to see when those levels work out like that. You can see we bounced off that level, broke that downtrend, right? And a nice continuation move. After the downtrend break, we got a big push, and we're starting to try to continue this morning. Now, this all means nothing, right? This all means nothing. And why do I say that? Because if the economic data, if the market doesn't like it, if the market reacts negatively to the economic data that we're going to see today, this means nothing from yesterday, right? So that is the biggest thing that you need to watch out for today. As a technical trader, as a trader short term, you need to understand that this move could mean nothing if the economic data today brings us right back down, right? It could potentially bring us right back down to this demand. And we need to understand that. So let's see what happens today on the economic side. On the technical side, textbook hold of demand. Next level to be watching out for is up here at 840. 11,840. That would be your next rejection level to watch out for up here. All right. Let's see what happens today. But a nice hold of demand, a nice break of the downtrend, nice continuation here. Watch for 1140 rejection points if the market moves higher off of this economic data. Watch for that. If you get a break of this, I think you're going to see a nice continuation move, right? If you can actually get above here, right, I think you can actually see a nice continuation move here if the market supports or if the economic data supports this move. All right. So that's the NASDAQ. Here's the ES. ES, very similar. Held that 100 SMA, held that demand level we talked about. Didn't even really test it. This was the last test you got. It really sort of was holding up around this 39.45, 39.50 area very nicely over the last 3 trading days. And then yesterday, we got our downtrend break, right? We talked about this downtrend break yesterday. We talked about how we should see a squeeze over that downtrend, and that is exactly what we got yesterday. I would watch out for like this 4,020, right? You can see this little 4,020 area. I don't think Jay Powell is speaking today, guys. It's just the FOMC minutes. It's not Jay Powell live. At least that is not what I am under the assumption of. This is just FOMC minutes. This is not a Federal Reserve release or Federal Reserve rate hike and Jay Powell live. Let me double check on that, but I'm pretty positive there is no Jay Powell live today. Let me just double check on that, because now you got me questioning things. Today's the 23rd. Yeah, J-Pow's not speaking today. It's just the minutes. All right. 4,020, that's the level to watch for. You guys can see right here, rejection here, and a potential rejection here at 4,020. If it's an unscheduled Powell address, then I have no idea, right? If this is unscheduled, then I don't know how we're supposed to know if it's unscheduled. But 4,000, maybe 4,020. Watch that. If you can break above this 4,020, then watch for your next level, which is this high, 4,050. Right? You got your 4,020, and you got your 4,050, and then right up here around 4,050, you got this 200 SMA. Right? You got the 200 SMA, which is a big level to watch out for. Okay? So 4,020, 4,050, 200 SMA. Watch out for those today. Let's see what the economic data looks like. Let's quickly just zoom out at this 4 hour. And we just give you a quick update on the longer term analysis, right? Here's the ES, and here is that long-term downtrend, right? So we are still below that long-term downtrend. We need to be aware of that, but we do have some room to get there. It would be around 4,100 if that is where we get up to. All right, Dow Jones. A scheduled, unscheduled address. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not surprised. Are we surprised? So the Dow Jones. Awesome move yesterday on the Dow as well. A nice continuation off this retest. You can see the previous rejection. I talked about this in my video yesterday. A break, a retest, 33,320. Held it perfectly. Pushed to the upside again. I would say watch out for this high right here around 34,200. 34,200. That is this exact high, right? You guys can see right here. Exact high, 34,200. And you are sitting right at today. So watch out for that potential rejection on the Dow. It needs to hold 33,320. So 34,200 is your previous high here from back in August. That would be a major breakout for the Dow if it can get above that. Russell. Again, guys, watch my video yesterday. If you want to get another look at, it's in the first 5 minutes of the video, the divergence that we're seeing on the NASDAQ and Dow, the strength you're seeing on the Dow versus the tech stock, it is very apparent. I go over that in my video from yesterday in the first few minutes. So if you want to watch that, feel free. Russell, you guys can see we continued to hold this 1840. That demand stepped in once again. And the rejection stepped in once again up here, though, at 1870. So, again, we are still stuck in that same 30-point range on the Russell. 1870 to 1840. 200 SMA right there on the Russell at 1870. So watch out for that. All right, guys, so that's the futures, right? So far, we got our demand hold. We got our break of the downtrend, but we have economic data today, which could change this picture, and that is what we need to be aware of today, okay? All right, let's continue. Tesla. So Tesla this morning, you guys can see it got a little bit of excitement in the pre-market. This is the first time I've seen Tesla up in the pre-market in quite some time. This is off the back of a upgrade, I believe. If I can find it. Citigroup upgrades Tesla to neutral from sell. Adjust price target to 176 from 141. There was also another analyst that posted something about hitting its 150 price target, blah, blah, blah. I really don't care much about what he has to say, but it seems like, Morgan Stanley, Adam Jonas, that's he upgraded, or he had he thinks it's a buying opportunity. So who cares what they say? But the unfortunate truth is that what they say affects the stock, which is just crazy. I mean, put me on CNBC. Let me tell you that Tesla's undervalued, and then we'll see if the stock moves higher. Anyways, Tesla, you guys can see getting a little bit of a positive catalyst today to the upside. A little bit of upside in the pre-market. I would be watching for 175.50 area. This could be a rejection point to watch out for today. So let's watch that. 175.50. Now, why do I say that level? You guys can see right here. Previous lows right here at 175.50. And then potential rejection at 175.50 again. I would be watching for this level. This might be a little heavy for Tesla to get through here today, guys. So let's just watch out for that. You did break down. This could be, right? This could be. There is nothing stopping this from being a bearish break and retest, right? There is nothing stopping this from being a bearish break and retest on Tesla. You can see we pushed back higher. We're pushing back higher to the upside, back into this previous low. This could just be a break, right? A retest of the previous low, a rejection here, and then a continuation to the downside. That is very possible, right? That is very possible, and I would be watching that, right? You have to be aware of that. So watch out for 175.50. That's a potential rejection point. This is a previous support. If you can regain this level, right? If you can regain this level, turn it into support again, then maybe you have a little bit more opportunity at upside. If you can regain this level and continue higher off of it. But it looks to me like you need to regain this 175.50 area on Tesla. All right. The only other thing I'd point out is that you did break the downtrend that we've been on for about like a week and a half. So you can see we had this downtrend right here. You did break it this morning. We'll see if that means anything. But yeah, 175.50. Watch out for that on Tesla. All right. NVIDIA. Awesome breakout yesterday on NVIDIA. You guys can see we sort of held up at that previous high. We held that 100 SMA here, and we broke this downtrend. So a very nice little push over this downtrend. We had a downtrend since Tuesday of last week, just sort of slipping lower and lower and lower. Volume was sort of drying up on the downside. You can see right here, volume started to dry up here over the last few days. And that is sort of an idea or sort of a look at the selling is slowing down. The sellers are sort of are getting tired. The volume going lower and lower. You can see on this pullback. So we came back down around this 150 area, around that 100 SMA, which held up beautifully. And you can see yesterday we broke that downtrend. So breaking that downtrend caused a little bit of upside squeeze. The next level that I would be paying attention to here on NVIDIA is 164. I think this is a potential rejection point. You got previous consolidation here. You got a potential you got a rejection here that was previous support. So this 164 level looks pretty important to me. This is where I'd be watching NVIDIA to potentially reject. If you get up here to 164, be careful of something like this, right? Potential rejection. Or if you get up to 164 and see it turn into support, then that might be your push. That might be your hold for the next big push. So 164, in my opinion, is your next level to be monitoring here. But a very nice move on the chip stocks and a very nice move on NVIDIA yesterday. Next, AMD. This was just sick. This was sick, right? We post. I mean, I post all these. I'll sort of pull it up again. This was just a textbook AMD $72 demand hold yesterday. You guys can see we sort of were looking at this 72 demand, looking to see if that would hold, looking to see if that downtrend would break. And again, just a really textbook demand hold at 72 and a nice strong move on the chip stocks. Got AMD through this downtrend and a very nice continuation. Congratulations, guys, if you caught this. We traded this yesterday in the chat. This was a nice setup. So nice downtrend, nice break. I would just watch out for this 100S. This is heavy up here, guys, right? Up and down this 77. This is definitely heavy up here. So potential rejections around 77 and also the 100 SMA. So just watch out for that 77 on AMD. All right. But just watch those chip stocks, right? They were very strong yesterday. They very well could continue today if the market stays strong. All right. Here's Meta. So Meta has been in that sort of same pattern, right? That short-term downtrend, the very big decline in volume. All right. You can see, look at the volume on the upside here. Very big volume back here as Meta was pushing higher. All right. And then look at the last... Look at the divergence on the volume. I mean, it's not divergence because it's going with it, but look at the change in volume, right? Volume is downtrending very, very strong here. And the market is sort of going down with that volume decline. That, to me, is showing that there's less interest on the downside, right? As this moves lower, the volume is declining. That usually, right, if you sort of know anything about volume analysis, a downside move that has lower volume is shown. Once that volume starts to decline, it's showing that the sellers are wearing out. Now, of course, things can change. All right, more sellers can step in. It's not a 100% fact, but that is something to watch, to pay attention to. So you can see downtrending market. We got above that downtrend yesterday on Meta. We held that demand once again at 108. I would be looking to see if Meta can sort of continue here after this downtrend. If the market is strong today, I think Meta can continue maybe up towards this 114 level. That's what I would be watching. That's if the market's strong. If the market's weak, then watch for Meta to come back down to 108. Right? But if the market's strong, I like Meta for potential continuation. Yeah, it could be holiday week volume, damn it. I agree. That could be the explanation. Yeah. You might be right about that. I'm not afraid to accept, when something maybe I'm wrong. I think you're probably thinking about it. That's probably a big part of why it is declining. But I still do like the volume decline on the downside. But yeah, you're right. All right. Home Depot. Awesome. I love it. Bum 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 bum. Home Depot. Nice upside. Break and retest on the daily chart. This was just a textbook setup from the start. If you guys watched my video yesterday, you saw we had the previous rejection, right? Previous rejection. You broke above it on CPI. Look at the break and retest on the daily chart. Just absolutely textbook. Here on the 4-hour, you can see the same thing. 4-hour, break, retest, 200 SMA hold, retest to the previous high. That's why I went long, right? That's why I went long here, and it just worked out gorgeous. So once again, the break and retest, it strikes again. I love it. So let's see, that's just a good example of how you can use that break and retest even on the longer term time frames for potential swing trade entries. This is a fantastic example of it. Home Depot squeezed out of this little wedge. I would probably be against you continuing to look for upside. To be honest, guys, Home Depot just pushed pretty much to the price target of around this 330 level. This is sort of what I was eyeing. It's not quite there, so maybe there's a little bit more, but I would be a little bit cautious chasing this now. Congratulations, guys, if you caught this with me. This was all posted in the chat for you guys to take with me. So very nice trade. Home Depot, break and retest, 4-hour demand, and a nice push to the upside. Lowe's is what I wanted to point out, right? And Lowe's did the same exact thing. Yeah, we got economic data in about 40 seconds. Lowe's, again, we talked about this one. Break and retest of this 206. Very nice demand hold at this previous rejection. Lowe's, I would watch that for continuation if we get more upside on these names too. All right, so let's quickly jump into the NASDAQ again. Let's see if there's any movement off this. What are we getting first? Jobless claims, I believe. Let's go ahead and pull that up. So we are getting... So we're getting jobless claims, we're getting durable good orders, core capital equipment orders, jobless claims, and continuing jobless claims right now. Let's see what we get. So we got a little bit of a pop there, nothing crazy. Volume is coming in. Let me get this zoomed in a little bit. Yeah, more jobless claims would be good if we got a higher than expected jobless claims. Let's see. I'm still waiting on the data to come here, Drew, on the bot. It's usually a little bit slower than what you guys got. You guys got it right away usually. Some of you guys are quick. So a little bit of upside right now. We'll see if it maintains itself, but it's better than seeing downside, of course. Is this thing working? Here it is. Okay, so, whoa, that is interesting. Higher jobless claims. Interesting. That's interesting. Is that the first higher jobless claims? That is so this higher jobless claims fits the whole picture of the market being, of the Federal Reserve needing to cool off a little bit. That fits that rhetoric. Now, don't come for me. I'm just the messenger. But a higher jobless claims is bullish in this market, right? That's what the market wants to see. It wants to see a cool down on on the jobs. So a higher jobless claims is considered bullish right now. We'll see if that continues, but that is interesting to see. U.S. durable goods orders 1% versus an estimated 0.4. Durable X transportation 0.5 versus an estimated 0.0. All right. Jobless claims is, if it's higher, it's bullish because the Federal Reserve needs a job market to slow down, Michael, right? We need the jobs market to slow down so that the Federal Reserve can start to lower their, to sort of cool off on their interest rate hikes. I know it's backwards, right? I know it's backwards, but that is the facts right now. The Federal Reserve wants the jobs market to cool down, right? The reason why the Federal Reserve continues to hike and continues to do what they're doing is because the jobs market has been very strong. And every time we've gotten a reading that the jobs market is strong, the market has come down. It has fallen off that news. Because the stronger the jobs market is, the further away we are from the Federal Reserve slowing down their interest rate hikes, getting off the gas a little bit. That is sort of what the current sort of theme is, right? So it's reverse, right? It's reverse what you would expect. Yeah, Germany goal. So yeah, that's right now. It's not manipulated. It's just the way it is, guys. It makes a whole lot of sense. Not everything's manipulated. It makes sense. You need the jobs market to slow down. You need inflation to slow down. If the jobs market slows down, people spend less money. People feel a little bit tighter in their personal spending. It slows down inflation. It's the unfortunate truth, right? It's the unfortunate truth. You know, you might not like it. You might think everything's manipulated, but that's how it works, right? That's real life. So, yeah, that's what it is. Jobless claims higher than expected. That could be a bullish. Catalyst. We'll see. I mean, we usually don't move much off jobless claims, but let's see what happens. All right, so let's continue here. Apple, right? Apple. Let's do it. So I'm pretty upset about this one. I got to be honest with you guys. I took an Apple swing trade yesterday, back on Monday into yesterday, and I took it to the long side, looking for a push off this demand at 147.50. I got stopped out of this trade early morning yesterday for about a $200 loser. And I'm a little upset about it, right? I'm not feeling too good about it this morning. I definitely didn't feel good about it yesterday. But I was saying, I got into this trade with the idea of stopping out under 147.50. That was my trade idea. I got in long the day prior. I'll go to the 5-minute chart. I got in long the day prior after Apple was sort of maintaining this 147.50 here, right around this area. I got in long here with the risking really light, like 50 cents on the underlying stock. I got in long on this demand here with a stop under this 147.50, looking for that continuation to the upside off that demand. So we come in yesterday, right? And what do we get early morning? We get basically just a washout right in the morning, and unfortunately it washed me out. I hate, it's definitely a learning lesson for me. I typically don't like to sell on big moves like that, and I try to sort of withstand the move a little bit if it's just a quick washout. I should have done better yesterday. It held up. It did get under my stop of 147.50. I got stopped out for, let's see here. I got stopped out for a $250 loss. This is where I took the trade, right? It was around, I don't remember the exact time, but I took that, got stopped out for a $250 loss, and my first profit target was 150. And you can see this is what I was looking at. I was looking to go long off this 147.50. The idea was great, right? The idea was perfect. The trade idea worked out beautifully. You can see if I would have withstood that washout in the morning, I would have hit my price target, towards the end of the day, and I would have taken my profits here. It would have been a fantastic trade to the upside, playing it off that demand from the day prior. Unfortunate, right? This stuff's going to happen in trading. If you think that this does not happen to everyone, then you are totally wrong. If you think that this is not going to happen to you, even when you are a successful trader, even if you are, a pro trader, if you're out there, if you've found a really good successful strategy, this stuff is going to happen to you regardless, right? It does not matter. So that happened to me yesterday. Unfortunate, but the moral of the story here is that Apple still held on to the 147.50 level, right? That is still a level that is valid. So I would continue to watch that level, 147.50. If Apple holds on to this, if the market can find some upside, I would look to see if it can break this downtrend, right? Then push up to around 152. That would be my watch. So watching Apple, again, 147.50 demand, looking to see if it can break this downtrend and get a push into that 152. So watch out for that. Wanted to share with you guys that Apple trade. It's I'm never going to hide these things, guys, because it's real life. I mean, it's just really stupid to pretend like that stuff doesn't happen to everyone. So here's Microsoft. Microsoft held 240 really well. You guys can see right here, we had a little bit of a downtrend. It was a little sloppy, but we can call this a downtrend, and we had a nice demand hold right there at 240. Look at that hold at 240. You guys can see right here, support, 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 support. 240 held like a champ, and we are starting to push higher off of it. The only thing I watch out for here, guys, is the 250 rejection point. That is definitely something to be aware of, right? You can see how heavy Microsoft is at this 250. So watch out for 250. But I will say this 240 hold is very interesting. If Microsoft finally has the strength to break this 250, this could really be your little aggressive entry here for an upside move. If the market does continue going long off this, maybe with a stop under 240, you could get it would be a little bit of an overly aggressive trade because you are sort of hoping that it breaks to 250. The safer trade is to wait for the 250 break, wait for it to pull back, wait for it to turn 250 into support. That's the higher probability trade. That's probably the one that I would take. But 240 hold looks pretty nice. Look for that 250 level today on Microsoft. Amazon, 92 demand. This looks pretty interesting to me, guys. We held on to this 92 again on Amazon. You can see right here, we had this little downtrend that has been broken, and we're sort of holding this demand at 92. It's been a little bit sloppy, but these previous highs have turned into support. It is very obvious there. So watch out for this today. Amazon off 92. If Amazon sees some upside today off this 92, I think it can actually move pretty nicely because it is holding this demand level pretty well. So watch that 92, previous rejection into support. If you see upside on the market, look for that. You know, if you see downside, just make sure it holds 92. If we push back lower and it doesn't hold 92, then you could definitely see some downside. All right, so just watch that 92 on Amazon today. I'll go over a few other stocks that are on the top of my head. One of them is Google. Google held this previous low here around 94 very nicely. It is back above that 97 level, and watch out for this downtrend break today. What else is TSM is another one that we should watch out for, right? TSM held up again yesterday. Watch out for this 83 break. TSM has been sort of channeling here between 83 and 80, and if TSM gets a move over 83 and a strong market does appear, then watch for that upside over 83 on TSM. We could go to a stock like UNH. UNH is actually holding on to this previous demand pretty nicely. You can see it did bounce off this previously. I know UNH is a little bit of a sloppy looking chart, but UNH held here, pushed off of it, pulled back, another retest of this same 506 level. This could be a nice opportunity to the upside with a Dow outperformance. That looks pretty good. Netflix. I don't really like Netflix here, so I'm going to skip that one. What else is on the top of my head? I can just sort of run through here. Shopify. Shopify, watch out for this 36 rejection. I think Shopify needs to get back over 36. Watch out for that. Let's go over the sectors real quick. XLE. So XLE having a little bit of trouble up here, right? You can see XLE getting a little stuck around this 94, so watch out for that downside that's coming in. The /CL is down 3.5% today. Holy crap. All right. So I'm not sure if as I said previously on this channel, guys, I'm not very in tune with the OPEX and all the oil meetings, but I'm wondering if something happened this morning. If anyone knows what's causing this downside on oil, let me know in the chat. But nice downside on oil here today. XLE will definitely get affected. You can already see that happening, so watch out for that. XLF, the financials. Let's go ahead and zoom out on the financials. Get a picture of where we are here. Financials are sitting at that top again. It's at 36. So watch out for that. 36 top on financials. XLV, healthcare. Nice push on healthcare above this top. You guys can see right here, healthcare sort of pushing higher and breaking out. So that is another reason to be watching UNH today. XLP has been a monster. XLP broke the 75.50 level. I would say your next test is up at 77. And if the XLP continues, you're watching stocks like Walmart. You're watching stocks like Costco, right? You're watching stocks like Procter & Gamble, like P&G. Or I'm sorry, that is P&G. That's Procter & Gamble. Like Procter & Gamble, like Pepsi, like Coca-Cola, all those consumer staple stocks. Okay, they're increasing output. Okay, so that's why you get an increase in output on the oil, and you're causing that downside this morning. All right, so let's go and jump into the ticker form that you guys fill out. Let's see what you guys got for me today. Before we do that, I just want to let everyone know this is something that I only am doing because I'm in the spirit of the holidays. If you guys have ever wanted to join the trading group, if you've ever wanted a free trial, I'm sure a lot of you guys have asked for free trials. Well, you're not getting a free trial, just to let you know. If you want to join for a discount for a month and see what it's all about, you guys can see right here on the right side of your screen. I am doing a little bit of a coupon for just 1 month, 50% off 1 month. You could use the code BF50. It's valid until November 27th. If you guys want to come check it out, here's your incentive. I don't do this often. This will probably be the last one I do. This is the only one I've done this entire year. So I don't like to discount the chat. It's not necessary. It's not really something I care for. I hate when I get people in there that are just a disaster, right? This is why I don't advertise for the Discord. This is why I don't try to push the Discord much, because if I get people in there that are just a pain in the ass, it's nothing but problems for me. I don't care to just push in 1,000 people in this Discord and it become a shit show. So once in a while, I'll try to get some people in there if they want. But if you come in, you cause problems, you're getting kicked as soon as you joined. Just to let you know, this is not a fuck around. So please join if you're serious. If you really want to learn, if you want to really focus on your trading, don't join if you're going to cause problems. You're going to spam the chat. And you're going to, just be an annoyance. So join if you guys want to hang out, if you want to chat with professional traders, professional in the sense that we really focus on our craft. No, it is not 50% off lifetime access. Incorrect. It is 50% off just 1 month. All right, so that's that. I'm announcing it here first in the live stream because I really care about you guys. I appreciate the people that are here more than anyone. The people that come to this live stream mean a lot to me. The fact that you guys show up on a daily basis is incredible, and I want to give back to you guys first. This is a limited coupon, and if it runs out, then I'm not even going to announce it anywhere else. So thank you guys for being here all the time, and thank you for always supporting the streams. I very much appreciate that. All right, that's that. So next, let's go into what you guys want to look at. Here is the 23rd. You guys can see right here. Disney, Walmart, PDD, Intuit. I think we did CrowdStrike, UNH. We did UNH, Enphase, Goldman Sachs. All right, we got to go quick. We got to go real quick. Here we go. Disney. Let's get in a little bit short term here. So Disney, if Disney rejects 97, look for more downside here. If Disney rejects 97, look for more downside. You guys can see right there. Walmart, XLP. Watch the XLP today. If the XLP continues, look for more upside. Guys, I can't answer where to add the code. I'm sorry, but that's you got to figure that out. I don't have time to do that. Go to the link down below where it says Trade Live with me. Go to the checkout screen. It says if you have a coupon, put it in there. It's got to be. It's right there. PDD. Watch out for this double top on PDD. Rejection here. 72. Watch out for that rejection. That's important. Intuit. Earnings coming up. Total Chop Fest. Not a stock that I have any interest in. W Day. Nothing. Chop Fest earnings. CrowdStrike earnings, break and retest rejection right here. Watch out for that. It looks like it's found absolutely no upside off of this market upside. So watch out for this break and retest to 150. That looks pretty heavy. End phase, up at this 330 level again. Let's see if it breaks out or rejects. That's how I'd watch out. That's what I would watch for. Double top potential rejection. Watch to see if that rejects or if it breaks out. Goldman Sachs, keep an eye on that XLF. XLF is strong, and Goldman Sachs just turned this into a support here potentially. This is sort of what we were watching for on Goldman Sachs, right? We talked about this. Pull back to the previous retest, right up in here. Pull back to the retest, turn it into support. That is a perfect break and retest on Goldman Sachs. If the XLF sees more upside, that is potential long entry right there. SE, yeah, I mean, SE is a crap stock, just to let you know if you're watching this. Yeah, look to see if it holds 52 on the gap fill. All right. What's the ES and NASDAQ doing? Yeah, nice short off that 4,020. A little bit of rejection coming in there. So we're getting a little bit of downside off the economic data today. A little bit of downside today. Nothing crazy yet. We'll see what happens here. All right, guys. So if you want to stay tuned with, all the charts, everything like that, make sure to stay tuned to the live streams. I appreciate you guys being here again. If you want to join the Discord, it says down below. Join live, trade live with me. You can use that code BF50 for 1 month, 50% off. If you just want to get charts that I post every day, it says free technicals down below. Check that out as well. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I hope you have a fantastic holiday. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Have a great time with your friends and family. This is what's most important in life. There's a lot more than trading. That's one of my big sayings here on the stream. There's a lot more than trading. A lot more, right? You start to realize these things after you've been trading for so long, you realize how much more is important in life. So make sure to pay attention to other things around. Don't get sucked in. Learn as you can. Educate yourself. That's most important. But don't get sucked in. All right, guys. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and I will see you guys I'll see you guys next week. I won't see you Friday. I mean, maybe I'll see you Friday. Maybe. Goal. All right, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.